Hello, and awesome people. Hello, awesome people. Awesome days to you folks. Hope you guys have a great day to you. And all the good stuff for you folks. So today is Serial Saturday, which I dedicate to the forgotten storytelling genres of movie and TV serials. And that sort of thing too. Last week I did the mid-30s pirate. It had a lot of combat scenes and boat scenes and that sort of thing too. It's called The Secrets of Treasure Island from the 30s. I was definitely in that kind of a naval mood, that sort of a thing too, so I decided to go with Trader Tom of the China Sea, so it's much more. This is a 12-parter from Serial from 1954. It's by Republic. It's only 167 minutes, so it's actually very, very fast compared to the previous ones. So this stars Harry Lauder as Tom Rogers and Arlene Town. She's a very common name in this era. She's started a lot of things as Vivian Wells. And then it also stars Lyle Talbot as Barrett and Robert Shane as Major Conroy. It also stars Fred Graham as Kurt Daly and Richard Reeves as the Rebel Chief. So basically, it's directed by Frank Franklin, Adderon, just one person, and also written by one person too, surprisingly enough, and that's Ronald Davidson for you folks. So it's definitely of its time. It's set in Southeast Asia. Only one actor is Asian. He is the servant of a person. Everybody else is in yellow face or Middle Eastern face, and that sort of thing too. And they are showing this Southeast Asian nation as more Middle Eastern in flair, names and that sort of thing too. For example, the nation is Buddhist. This is Burma, and the leader's title is Khan, right, and that sort of thing too. Although, and it's Myanmar. And that sort of thing too, right? It's not near the China Sea at all, right? And that sort of thing too. It's totally Buddhist, and that sort of thing too. So it feels like they really didn't do no research. Our leader actually dodges a bullet, not figuratively, literally, by the way. And then also, I like that the female lead here actually pilots a ship. I think that's fun. I love it lots. So the basic plot here is that there is a UN protectorate here run by Europeans and Americans too, and then local natives have an uprising because they don't like it, and that sort of thing too. And so there is a sort of a rebellion going on too, and then they're being supplied by another power who wants to make them its protector rather than the UN. So this is a secret UN mission, if you will, to stop that stuff, find information, shut it down, and stop the weapons like poison gas, and then let the host country know too, because the host country is not, because the host country where they're all at is because the nation that's causing these issues isn't a member of the UN. They're not easy to get on their side, right? So there's a lot of politics in this action. I kind of like that sort of thing too. So local, like I mentioned, do, and then as the UN mission is to prove what's happening, and then once they do, they got to shut it down too, and they'll actually join with the con too, right? All that stuff, and then try to figure it out. So there is a clip show. That's pretty much the only one also that happens here. No major cliffhanger remix and everything too. But the big secret here is who the nation is that's causing these issues. The third nation that wants to intervene in setting all these issues, and we don't find out that sort of thing too. I do like that. But there's so many issues here, so many problems with what's happening here, right? And that sort of thing too. To definitely feel like this isn't exactly dropping on all fours, right? That sort of thing too. That's giving me 4 out of 10 for you folks, because again, right, it's got a lot of yellow face. It didn't do its research on what Southeast Asia looks like, right? It's religions and that sort of thing too, right? Or even where geographically this is located. It's not on the China Sea, right? And that sort of thing too. So it's definitely got some weird stuff going on. So for those reasons, it's a 4 out of 10 for you folks. Although I do like the political drama here a little. more than I was expecting to. So there you are. But your thoughts may totally vary for you folks. So have you seen it? And let me know what your thoughts are. As a reminder, I'm not a trained, film critic. I didn't go to film school, right? I don't make films for a living, none of that stuff, right? I'm just a fiend like you are. So I'm not coming to you from a place of expertise, right? None of that stuff, right? All up and down the block. And then also, just as a heads up, we have a lot more of these cereals to come. I love kind of unpacking these forgotten, sort of very influential in our modern era. Back then you typically wouldn't go to theaters the same way. Cereal sold seats, right? And that sort of thing too, because they kept people coming in back, right? Typically then, today you would go to a movie and a couple of shorts that are trailers, and you would know the movie ahead of time. But then you might go for like a half day with a 2-picture film shorts that were different than trailers, like newsreels, cartoons, like Steamboat Willie. And then after that, then you would see the A picture, and then the first serial, and then go to intermission, come back for another couple of shorts, the B picture, and then the serial, and then you would head home. And see how the serials were sort of that water cooler talk. That's what you kept coming back for, and that sort of thing too, right? And so the serials definitely help to really make that movie theater experience. You go for everybody, your family, your friends, your colleges, your schools, your workers, your churches, all this stuff, right? And then also, so I like that stuff, right? And so I like doing a time dedicated to that sort of lost art, that sort of a thing too that we forgot about. And so check it out too. And then on Wednesday I do older video game reviews. Right now I'm doing I just did Star Control Origins from 2018, so you can check that out too. I just finished out the Star Control series. I did 2 and 3 too. They're classics, 2 particularly. And that sort of a thing too. So, and I've also done a lot of Let's Plays in that one too. And then on Monday I do reviews of older modules. So you can check that out too. And then right now we're doing the X series. I just did X and 6 Quagmire. It's an absolute mire of happening. It's just such a bad module. That sort of thing too. So you can check that out too. And then the other 3 days a week, I do reviews of things in the RPN, and that are reviews of visual media, not visual, read stuff. Sorry about that. Instead of visual, like today. And those are things like movies, novels, and short stories, and that sort of thing too. All older stuff too. And then in the 3 genres that we typically cover fantasy, science fiction, and horror too. So if those 7 older reviews a week plus Let's Plays of older video games, that sort of a thing too. If that sounds like your cup of tea, well then great. Welcome to the channel. Have a seat. I think you'll enjoy your time here quite a bit, right? And while you're here, please do all the YouTube stuff, like it, the like button, share button, below, like, and all that stuff too. And then also, just as you tell from those 7 older things, it's fun finding them for you folks. It's definitely the passion of this channel, right? And to find its older things for you folks. It's even where its title comes from too. What does it go by a French philosopher, Jacques Joubert, who says that the worst thing about new books was that it kept us from reading the old stuff, right? Not that the new stuff is bad by default, right? But it's standing on the shoulders of giants. So let's check out those giants. Alrighty, and if you made it all the way to the end, I just want to thank you so very, very much for taking some time out of your day and investing it, right? And watching my video, because we all have so many things that are happening in our lives, and we're pulled in so many different directions too, right? So if you spent this time with me, that's incredibly humbling, and I appreciate that so very, very much. So thanks again, and have an amazing day.